Yes, so welcome back, guys. I welcome you all again to the day four, the last session of Genesis 6, the web design bootcamp. And today we are not going to learn anything special. The learning part of whatever we decided we would teach, we are done with that in the last three sessions. You may go check upon that. Well, I'll talk about it a little. What did we learn about? Learn all of. So first, we talked about normal HTML and CSS desktop style building. So desktop first build. So we learned about these most important, most important CSS properties which you need to learn in order to master CSS. So that is the display, tag, position, and Z index. And we also did make this much, right? Wait. Then we also learned the box model, and in the second session, we also learned the responsive, how to make anything responsive using just CSS. So, well, we did learn that everything can be easily made responsive using Flexbox. That's what we did in the second session, and in the third session, we finally went into Tailwind. Well, that was amazing. Let's just open and show it to you. But until then, this is what we came up with. So this is an iterative, or you may say styling process to make any style. So this can be up and down or modified however you want. It doesn't really matter what you do first. It just matters that you do everything. That's the most important thing, right? Write HTML in such a way that you can make anything responsive. So create the divisions properly, create the separations of content properly. We discussed a lot about on separations of content. So this is the main one. Then comes the CSS parent element, set the background color, then set its display. Would mostly prefer it make it default or flex based upon your needs, or use any another display property based upon your needs. What do we want it? It all depends on what we want it. So please learn this display properties and position properties very well. Then yes, set width. You should set width explicitly because the default width may or may not be as you want it. So they are very okay. They are not very okay. They don't act as much as you want it sometimes. So setting width explicitly helps a lot. Then setting height. Setting height is optional. If you want some content to be just of a fixed height, then use set height. Then set overflow property. Sometimes the box content goes out of its boundaries, so you can set overflow properties right there. Then the styling part comes, which is the font size, weight, line height, letter spacing. Then we do the text colors, paddings, borders, margins. After that, we also do the colors can be of in various states, like colors and fonts and paddings and borders. All those things can be changed based upon states, like hover state, click state, active state. Then there is border, there is width, thickness of border, there is color of border, there is radius of border, there is style. Then yeah, this is where all the styling part or anything you want to style based on color, based on space, based on fonts, whatever that all you must do in this section of this part of the theme. Yeah. Then set position is where you decide whether you want the element to be exactly where it is right now, or you want to change its position from well its original position. If you want to move it from its current position to somewhere and still want it to stay where it is, still want the space to be there, then you use relative. Then there is absolute. It will remove the space, but it will keep it in its parent box. The first relative This is most important one. First relative parent. I should bold this. First relative parent box. And fixed will basically move it right to the Windows one. So it will always be fixed. If you even scroll, it will still be fixed. Yeah. There is that index, the stacking context. This is where you keep one element when you decide which element will be placed on which element. So some elements you may want to be over other elements. So that index helps with defining what element do you want upon what, above or below. So if I have missed anything here, this is just rough idea. This is, well, basically it will help you to do everything. But if I didn't miss anything, you can add anything that will suit your design. So today I think about today was not all this, but we'll talk about extra helps or bonus tips and tricks. So these are some website. I will share this whole document with you. Before that, let me show what have we done. Yep. So this is what we made in the last 3 sessions. This first section we made in this is what we made in the session one. We made it desktop first, and in second session we made it responsive from desktop to mobile. And in the second section we made this also, and we made this responsiveness. In the third session we made this using Tailwind. We also made this mobile first and made it responsive. Let's see how the responsive looks like. Yep. So this is how its responsiveness looks like. So the scroll bar is here because I have set the height here and overflow. Height and overflow will give you a scroll bar in any overflowing element. So yep. Okay. Yeah. So that's about it. That's what we made in our all sessions. You can go back and check all the sessions. So let's get back to our main point of the session, the extra design tools that we are going to learn. The first one is UIverse.io. So this has a lot of pre-built, lots of open source UI elements made with HTML and CSS, just HTML and CSS. So there are tons of buttons. There are checkboxes. You see buttons. There are click events also. Like if I click this, there is some animation going on. On hover, there is some animation going on. So there are tons and tons of buttons here. Well, not just buttons. There are checkboxes. There are well, they are pretty fun checkboxes also. There are also toggle switches. See this ones. That's a dot creator. I think it's an yeah. And let's see, there are cards also. We'll just go over everything. This is a card. This is a card. You may show content based on the card. So do check UIverse.io. These are loaders. You can use these loaders anywhere you want. And there are also input buttons. Yeah. So when you click upon it, when you click upon any element, it will give you the whole HTML, which will mostly be very minimal, and the CSS with it. So let's do one thing. Let's add one thing. We'll take upon. What should we take? What should we take? What should we take? Let's be fancy. Yeah, let's take this. So I want this. I will copy this HTML. I'll go to our code. I have a button called submit here. Let's get out of this section. I'll add my button here. Then I'll copy the HTML. See, just copy all. And I'll add this all to my CSS. And maybe, yeah, button, right? So now if I go to localhost 550, where is my button? Okay, maybe we'll move this. See, exactly same thing. So that is a one very interesting open source UI element website. Go market uiverse.io. I'll just send it. Okay, let's go on next one. Next one is, so all the next ones are basically SVG helpers. These SVG helpers help you with design, mostly with, so web design, believe it or not, consists a lot of SVGs. Yeah, SVGs and images. So you have these blobs and stuff. You can download SVG upon it. You can use these elements to make your website look attractive. Basically, this everything is just to make your website attractive. Nothing else. You can play around all these tools. There is now blurry gradient. There is scatter. You can use these things as backgrounds to make your website very attractive. This one's a lot good. And you can just click this random button to randomize. Element scatters, layer steps. You can change, you have full flexibility on colors and everything. This is completely free. Just click on SVG and use the download. Prefer SVG over PNG because size lower and scalar vector, so it will never pixel it. So yeah, the next is BGjar. Yeah, this is also same one. SVGs, background SVGs. Just come here. Same tool, just different ones, more and more. Once you get a map also, world map one. Cool. You can select specific. Yeah, I want India to be highlighted. So see, India is highlighted. So you can use this also. What's next? There are a lot of stuff here. Blob group, circuit, binary circuit board, sound waves. Use these tools to set your background. Things get really amazing when you use these backgrounds. Again, there's a lot of background stuff we got today. This one is also nice. You can change the color, then you can export it and download an SVG. Yes, this is also free. These ones are free. Yep. I especially like this one. No. I'll just send this link. Then there is, let's see, what do we got next here? There is Font Brief. Font Brief is for fonts. Yes, so web design also, it is crucial to have the proper font. Yeah, proper fonts. This is a very good tool. You can use these feelings. So I want it much expressive. So I'll say not that expressive, but this much expressive. So it will filter based upon that. Now I want it to be elegant, very elegant. So these fonts are now elegant and expressive. I want very serious fonts. Then let's say I want organic ones. So see, you get the idea. You can get your fonts properly using these expressive tools. Use these feelings. I want progressive. So with time it will get short. See, we have with just 4 ones. There is no familiar and progressive. Okay. So you get the gist. Use Font Brief for correctly know your target audience, and based upon that choose fonts. And this tool will help you a lot with that. Then there is Save It and Dribble. Yes, these are two very handy tools for designs. So if I go just web, so check it out. There is a lot good web content here, and you have full screens of it. So use this for inspiration. I won't say copy exactly as is, but you can use this for inspiration, and you must use it. So this is a very good website and very creative website. Just look at how amazing these websites are. And this. Then same with Dribble also. Dribble is also a very good web design one. If I just say web design, you'll see a lot of great designs right here. And here, just browse through and choose what makes you feel good. And the simple process it is to take inspiration from your create a design in Figma, and if everyone likes it, we'll move ahead with the coding part. So here is the part where you take inspirations. Then there is Tablet also for SVG elements. You can make these things here. Yeah, so just play around with that. There is a lot of stuff. There's terrain, there is that. Then one other good was rings, I guess. Yeah, rings also look good here. The one website I used terrains was so it can be used to just place some elements like this. This is one of the clients. Okay, let's go on. Then there's SVG Generator Smash. Yeah. So this blog is a very good blog. It contains a lot of tools of SVG generators. So keep your eyes on SVG generators. They help a lot with web design. It gets easier. So when using SVG means your image won't pixelate. So that's the best thing about SVGs. So prefer SVG over PNG always. And this blog has a lot of SVG generators. See, Hikey is also here. And that's that. I also like to mention about the four YouTube designers, YouTubers, specifically for web design and web development. So there is Kevin Powell. No one will teach you as good CSS as Kevin Powell. If you want to master CSS, you have tried to master CSS, you may have come across Kevin Powell's videos. He has made some amazing videos on CSS. I have also learned many of the CSS concepts from here. So make sure to give this guy a try. There is design course. Design course, you will learn UI, UX, and a little of web development. He's also great. Yeah, I've learned a lot of UI, UX from design course. Yeah, so I will share this whole document with you. Don't worry. And there is Web Dev Simplified. He also make pretty good videos on web development side. So yeah, like building REST APIs with Node, building REST APIs and etc. Intro to web dev, learn JSON, SQL. See, these videos are specific to web development. We talk about web design. So after web design comes web development. That's there too. Then there is Fireship. Well, he makes videos of all kinds, from database to AI to everything. He is the one who makes the 100-second videos. The latest video is Neo4j in 100 seconds. But he also makes a lot of good content on web development. He is a web developer. And what? Let's see. Technologies that he's using are mostly based on web. Yeah, Superbases web, JavaScript web again, web, a lot of web. So in short, I'm trying to say is he makes a lot of videos on the new tech that comes in web. So if you want to know what the new tech is about, he summarizes this very well. So make sure to give him a try. There is also a second channel of him called Beyond Fireship. Yeah, Beyond Fireship. There he makes pretty good tutorials. Instead of 100-second ones, he makes some long videos. So this is a very good video. Everyone should watch this, rendering patterns for web. Then there's a lot of stuff here. So yeah. Okay, let's come to the assignment part. So based upon this assignment, you all will be given a certificate. This is for only ones who have registered. So web design, yeah. Yes, so we will share this link, this video. This designs are by Salim Ahmed. So what do you do is basically get a copy. And it will open a Figma file. It will, if you are not logged in, it will ask you to log in. And see these pages, go to 20 plus design pages, and here, well, it's loading. It will take quite a time to load. Okay, it did. Nice. So choose any design, whatever you feel comfortable. This second one looks pretty easy. So the assignment is nothing but choose any design out of these 20 designs and build it as much as you can. Like, jitna ho raha utna build karo and let us know. So based upon the response, we will, or we may not. Yeah, we may do another session and show your responses, the websites you have created. So yeah. these are images, so don't try to check the blocks inside and that. So why I chose this, because well, there are a lot of options, and because it's just an image, so you will have to create the blocks by yourself. So that's where it will help. Create blocks by yourselves, because that's the practice we want, creating blocks in our head. Yep, that about it. So there are a lot good designs. You can see there are some responsive ones to create anything, any one of these. How much, like, you don't need to complete everything about it. Maybe do 30 to 40%. जितना हो रहा है उतना करो and show us. We'll appreciate that a lot. We'll showcase these in our groups, and we'll obviously send you certificates based upon the design. No, if you make a design, we'll obviously send you a certificate. That is burger ones. This is the one I actually copied. We made this, or we at least tried to make this. Then there's this one. This one also good. This is atomic. So the block ones, if you want a quick revision, it's basically this. So first the navbar. So you can clearly see that there are three sections to this navbar. One is the navigation, second is the logo, third is the add to cart button. So you will make three divs, and inside the first div, you can see there is four different elements. So four A tags inside the first div. Then the second div is nothing but an image or maybe some font with text. So that, and the third div has two parts, one icon and one text. So two spans maybe. So that's how you divide. Then there is, in the main div, you can see there are three sections. The first, two, second and third. So make three divisions, make it columns. So one row, three columns. Use the flexbox, use the grid to properly design it. Try to make it like so. This also has a responsive version of it. So this division part is what we are going to do very deep in the last sessions. And yes, so browse upon everything and decide by yourselves. Full flexibility. Make anything. If you want to make other than some sub design which is not present in here, you are allowed to just design something and let us know if our tutorials help you. And that's it. I will send this link in the group to get started with. Yes. So yeah, we are done with the session. Thank you guys. This was the last session. This was a very short video just to show you the bonus tips and tricks. Well, not as short, not that long, not short too. All right. Well, thank you for being with me again. And this bootcamp is finally at its end. Yes, we can end the session. Thank you for being with me.